I think that is very good. Of course, the earlier you pay it off, the better off you'll be because you won't have that payment. And by not having that mortgage payment, that frees up money to do other things. Fund college, travel more, invest more, build up a bigger savings account, whatever the case is. But I do believe that very strongly, and I will say, too, that I've been a financial planner for over 26 years now, and some of this is what I've learned from personal experience, but also having met and consulted with hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals and families over the year. I've felt even stronger about this as I've moved along. Let's talk about the balanced approach. And again, it could be different for everyone. This is personal finance, and everyone's situation is different. There's so many variables. But a balanced approach might look something like this. If you have a 30-year mortgage, and you, instead of paying the mortgage once a month, you did it every 2 weeks. You just divided your mortgage payment into two. Just that simple thing. What that'll do is, at the end of the year, you'd find by doing it every 2 weeks, you end up making an extra mortgage payment or two. And if you do that, you will reduce a 30-year mortgage to 22 years. It'll save you a lot. So I think that's a nice little thing you can do. I will tell you I did not do that, but let's say that you wanted to do that so that you can say and have as part of your plan that you're paying down the mortgage, so you're not going to have a 30-year mortgage, but it might be 22 or 23 years. But then you look at your 401k at work, and maybe your spouse's 401k at work. Let's say you're eligible for a match. Well, maybe you contribute to the 401ks up to the point that you're maximizing the amount of money that your company is matching, meaning you're getting the most out of your employer you can. So let's say both husband and wife do that. So now you're paying down the mortgage a little bit. You're contributing to your retirement account a little bit. And then let's say that you have some debt, student loans, car loans, personal loans, credit card debt, which might be the worst of the group. And then you look at the debts, have a plan to pay down those debts. That is something that could be a very common, basic wealth building plan. Pay off the mortgage a little bit without going crazy because you have other key priorities you want to get to. And then you put some money in your retirement account, maximizing how much your employer contributes on your behalf. And then focus on paying down your consumer debt. That's a three-pronged approach. It's very basic. It won't apply to everybody. But that's the kind of thing I'm thinking about in a balanced approach. So going back to my situation, because we stopped contributing to the kids' college funds, thinking that we have a plan for both of them, we're focused on paying down some mortgages on some of the investment properties we have. And we've put them, in our personal situation, we've put them ahead of the mortgage at the house because the mortgage in my residence is better terms. It's a shorter period and a lower interest rate. So for me, I've decided to put that kind of last in the line of mortgages I wanted to pay off. But at the same time, we're maximizing our 401k each year. And that's our approach now. Not doing the college, maximize retirement plan contributions, and other monies that we have, we are attacking the investment property mortgages that we have left. And then very quickly, we're going to move on to the mortgage we have on our residence. One other thing we're doing, and we just started doing that recently, is maximizing our health savings account. I didn't know much about those until recently. It's probably a topic I'll do in the podcast soon. But we maximize our HSA each year, which is for a family $6,900. That money gets invested inside of the HSA. It offers some really great tax advantages. I want to thank my brother, Stephen, who is employed by Nationwide, and he's in their Retirement Institute. He actually taught me a lot about that. And Joelle and I have started using that recently. So let's just review. I know I covered a lot of bases. Owning a home, it's the American dream, but a mortgage is a burden. It's a good idea to pay off the mortgage, but you need to be smart about it. There's several points to consider, and I am in favor of taking a balanced approach, establishing goals, being purposeful, backing up that purposefulness and goals with a plan. And then at younger ages, it's not necessarily a focal point, although it could be. You may or may not want to rush to pay off the mortgage. But as you get older, as you become wealthier, as you become more affluent, as you accomplish some of your other financial goals, your plans to pay off that mortgage should accelerate. And I am a huge believer in paying off your mortgage before you go into retirement. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you found this discussion valuable. I would love it if you would subscribe to the Simply Financial Podcast. If you haven't already, go to my website, www.elliottwealth.com. Get more information about our services, how we help people with money, win with money. You can sign up for a complimentary consultation, and we would love to meet some of our listeners who are not clients already. So please take advantage of that. We would really like to do that. I will be back with you very soon. Thanks again.
The views expressed are not necessarily the opinion of SagePoint Financial Incorporated and should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risks, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Please note, the information being provided is strictly as a courtesy. When you link to any of the websites provided here, you are leaving this website. We make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of the information provided at these websites, nor is the company liable for any direct or indirect technical or system issues or any consequences arising out of your access to your use of third-party technologies, websites, information, and programs made available through this website. When you access one of these websites, you are leaving our website and assume total responsibility and risk for your use of the websites you are linking to. Securities and advisory services are offered through SagePoint Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Elliott Wealth Management, LLC, not affiliated with SagePoint Financial.
Simply Financial is part of the Exvadio Podcast Network. You can find Exvadio podcasts at exvadio.com/podcast, the Apple Podcasts app, iTunes Store, iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever you find podcasts. So join us and stay informed and entertained.